We are at 28, 30 kilometers per hour, 32, braking a little bit, and now, whoa, let's move on. Really comfortable, feel really safe at 30, 33, 34, 35, 37, 38, 39, 41, 2, 41, 2, 41, that is it, 42, 43, that is it, 45, and now braking. And yes, it will brake without any issues. The brakes are that good, yeah. This is the CECOTEQ Bongo Z City, and what a fun ride it is. It has 500 watts of nominal power, but one of the interesting things is that it has 1000 watts of peak power, and we do feel it when we climb some hills, and that's really a fun ride. Maximum speed, I will get into that in just a few moments. But I'll tell you. At this moment we are at 22 kilometers per hour, and on the handlebar, what we will find is a lot of stuff, a giant LED, which is really cool, we can see everything. But right here on my right side I've got the accelerator, which besides being able to throttle with my thumb, one of the things that I'm really enjoying is that it behaves and it looks like a motorcycle accelerator, and I don't need to do too much force with my thumb. I can help with my hand or just use the hands and push the throttle, which is really cool. Then we have the brakes, front brake and back brake. The back brake has, besides a mechanical disc brake, also EABS, which is really cool, and we feel it. Actually, I felt the first time on this scooter right over here, and what we do feel, especially when we're going downhill, is that we touch the brake and we will feel the electric engine braking, and it will regenerate the battery, which is also really cool, giving us more autonomy and more range. One of the first things that I felt when I started riding the CECOTEQ is this ABS, which is really cool. I thought that the brake would not act immediately, but it does. It's not just the disc, it's the electric that it's regenerating the energy. So we feel a soft brake, which is not the disc brake, and to me this is the first time using EBS, so EABS, so it's something new, but that is the sensation that I can explain. When we brake, we will not feel the same that we feel on the front. We will feel the electric regenerating, and then we will feel the brake. It's a cool sensation. On the LED, which as I said is large, we can see a big number, which is the instantaneous speed. At this moment, 20 kilometers per hour, which is really easy to accomplish. We also can see the tension or the voltage, the temperature. We have the battery percentage, the odometer. At this moment I've done already 92 kilometers. It's really a fun ride. So it has been really easy to put a lot of kilometers right over here, just having fun and not even recording, well, sometimes recording, but having just a lot of fun has been great. And 92 kilometers and I didn't feel them. And besides that, we also have the different modes. So it has 3 different modes. The first mode is up to 6 kilometers per hour. Second mode, 15 kilometers per hour. And the third mode, we will get into that in just a few moments. To change between modes, you have the power button, which obviously will turn on and off. And if we double press, it will change from number 1 to number 2 and to number 3. Besides that, we can also change it on the LED touch screen where it says mode. Obviously we will be able to change, but in my opinion it's a lot more friendlier while I'm riding. If I want, just double press the power button and it changes. We also can change the light modes. It has 4 different light modes. So on the 0, I would say everything is off. Number 1 will turn on the front light. Number 2 will turn on only the back light. Number 3 will turn on both back and front light. And then number 4, besides everything on, front and back, it also turns on the back lights, which is a LED with the CECOTEQ logo, and looks really nice, especially during the night. Busy, almost summertime, which is cool. Mode 1, which is this one. This is mode 1. So 6 kilometers per hour. This is it. So for a kid, for someone that is starting to ride, it is really safe. This is walking speed. But if I press twice on the button, there we go. Mode 2. This mode will take us to 15 kilometers per hour. Just past the 16, but then it did brake automatically. And we feel the same sensation that we feel on mode number 3 when we are at 25 kilometers per hour, which if I press it right now, this is 3, and we will feel that it will go and it will block on the 25. So this will be it. No more than this. But I feel that the bike is capable, the scooter is capable of reaching more, but as it's blocked, it will not allow us to go more than 25 kilometers. If we had the mode 4, that would allow us to go up to, I don't know, 40 kilometers per hour maybe. That would be really awesome. But at 25 kilometers, I feel that I can do any kind of traveling, I would say, to work. If I dress a suit, for example, I have no issues and no worries, because I feel the bike really safe, and I can just go do my 10-15 kilometers to work and then go back, or go to the gym, or do some paddle, which is what I tend to do. I see myself replacing my 125cc bike with this one right over here, even knowing that this one is slower. The other one is faster, but I can't reach much more because the distance between the supermarket and home is not that far away. And I have solar power, so everything that is electric I charge at home via solar, which is cool. And no pollution, no gas. The suspension gives it a lot of comfort as well. It is a double wishbone, really cool. I just went through a bumpy road when I was recording a part of my Portuguese video, and actually it was cool because I did manage to talk about the suspension while I was in a rough terrain. But I feel that it's not very hard, but at the same time it's not a soft suspension. So I do feel that the scooter really handles well, and it grips to the road really comfortable, so I won't feel anything wobbling whatsoever, and that's one of the reasons that I really enjoyed the suspension. But at the same time, when I need it, it will help to absorb the holes that we have on the road, or if we are off-road. Talking about off-road, it has a 10.5-inch wheels, tubeless, which are really cool and also comfortable. But besides having those wheels, which are meant for on-road activities, we have the option to go off-road, and I will share that in just a few moments with you. Now riding back, and I just surpassed 101 kilometers. I was recording some footages so that you have an idea. I was on that area right over there, which is Praia de Rocha, and we just went there. So it's about a distance of almost 10 kilometers where we ride this, and then we'll go through that bridge, and then over there and near Ferragut. And this is the kind of travel that I see myself doing in the CECOTEQ, which is awesome. I'm really surprised with the safety sensation that I have, the speed, which could be a little bit more okay, 25 kilometers per hour, And this is what we get, no traffic. So the traffic is there, and I'm here just riding on a battery-powered scooter which is charged via solar. Now the deck is really large and comfortable, large in all directions. And besides being comfortable, actually I do have some scooters that are half of the width of this deck. I can comfortably be here with my youngest son and no issues whatsoever. But besides that, it also has here at the back, just on top of the back wheel, a part where I can sit my foot, and it gives me more space even and makes the ride even more comfortable. Now it looks like a aggressive position, like I am going to do a wheelie or something like that, but no, just gives me more space and more comfortable, and that is cool. It weighs 30 kilos, which is not really lightweight, but I believe that this is just a sum up of all of the great components that CECOTEQ put together here on this scooter, which at the end of the day it will make it a bit heavier. Not that we can't lift it, we can and put it inside our luggage and just take it anywhere, but it's not something that I would want to carry for a long time. And actually I don't need, because it will take me anywhere without being needed to be carrying around, unless you run out of battery, which I would doubt. Okay, now let's take a look at the 1000 watts at work, because it is 500 nominal, but if you have watched on one of my videos about skates or electric bikes, you know this hill is a tough hill. Starts gradually, and let's go and check it out. This is the second time that I'm doing this, so I know more or less the behavior that he has. We just dropped to 17 kilometers per hour, and we can feel the motor. It's not 500 watts compared with other devices that we have seen with 500 watts. It's more, it's the 1000 pushing it, and right now we are slowing down because we are reaching the peak on this right over here, and we will just about, and there we go. And now it will ramp up once again, and it's at 20 kilometers per hour. Actually it reached about 20-21, and now slowing down, 14, 12 and 11, 10, and let's see if it will make it or not. And it did. There we go. 20, actually back on the 18, 19, 20s, because we are still climbing, and now it's the most difficult part. This is the peak of this full climb. Let's see, where will we reach? It's getting really steep, really steep. So 9 kilometers, 8, 7, and wow, that is it. So be prepared to, in a steep like this, to walk a little bit. But it will, if I was a little bit lighter, I have 80 kilos. So if I was a bit lighter, it probably would go. So this will depend on your weight as well. And just so that you have some context, flat road right over there, and then it will start down, and we stopped right over here, more or less. we just did all this climbing right over there until the end, which we are going to do right now to see the maximum speed without the throttle. The maximum range is about 55 kilometers, and I've done 2 charges, actually 3 charges, but one of them I was about off, and right now I'm 93 kilometers. So yes, I see no issues at all in having about 50 kilometers. This will always depend on the weight of the person that is riding, the style of riding, if we are climbing and no descending, so it depends. But I would say that 50 is more than fair, and probably we will get a little bit more if we use the EABS, which is really, really cool. It has IPX4, so it means that yes, we can go on the rain and we can go over water and it will be alright to be splashed, whatnot, no problems whatsoever. Just don't forget to close the battery charging door, but that's obvious, I think. But sometimes we might forget. Okay, and now, if we want to get more than 25 kilometers per hour, we just need to not press the accelerator or it will slow us down. So 36 kilometers per hour, really cool. I would love to see a mode number 4. Getting back, we are at 30 kilometers per hour, 32, braking a little bit, and now, whoa, let's move on. Really comfortable, feel really safe at 30, 33, 34, 35, 37, 38, 39, 41, 2, 41, 2, 41, that is it, 42, 43, that is it, 45, and now braking, and yes, it will brake without any issues. The brakes are that good, yeah. So, as I was saying, it's a road bike, but there we go, off-road style. It's really cool, and even with these large rocks and poles, I feel that yes, the suspension really helps out. It's a cool sensation, you feel it safe. Probably if you have another kind of tires, you feel a little bit safer, I must say that, but I do feel comfortable. I don't feel any issues whatsoever driving a bike that is meant for the road, and it has road tires. And there we go, we are almost reaching the end of this part. Really, really cool. So this is the suspension doing its job, and the wheels being road wheels, no problem. So in conclusion, I would say that yes, this is meant for the city, for the roads, and it's not a bike that will go into crazy speeds. We are talking about 25 kilometers per hour maximum. Now, one of the things that I do feel is that if it was not limited, it would allow me to go faster, but it is obviously limited. It has all the certifications for EU, Spain, Portugal, and other countries that follow those certifications. So we do feel that at 25 kilometers per hour, it will just block and, well, not stop, but it will not go further when we feel, especially when we are climbing, that it could go more. So it's a fun ride, as I said at the beginning, and in my opinion, it has enough power for the daily usage and to replace a motorcycle, for example, which I do have one, 125 cc's, and every day I'm seeing myself using more the CECOTEQ instead of my motorcycle, and with the sun charging this bike, which has a 10,000 milliamps battery, and it will charge up to 4 to 6 hours fully complete. If you're doing on solar, then great, you're just using the sun And that is it. Hope that you enjoyed the video. Hope that you enjoyed to know a little bit better about the CECOTEQ Bongo City. My name is Roberto, Jorge, and as always, I'll see you on the next one.